Hello, my name is Philip Bourne and I'm a paintings conservator for Lancashire County Council, and I work at Lancashire Conservation Studios. I'm here today to look at some really nice paintings that are like old friends, some of them that I have worked on in the past. And this is one of the most important pieces in the Towneley Hall collection. It is of Charles Townley in his library in Park Street in London, and it's painted by Johann Zoffany, one of the leading portrait painters at the time. It's a fantastic painting, and one of the things that is really great about it is the way in which the artist draws you into the centre of the painting by creating these lines that go towards this chap here. So lines that kind of create the top of a triangle on this person here, which isn't Charles Townley. This is Charles Townley over here. The artist, when he was given the commission to do this painting, was also allowed to arrange Charles Townley's collection the way in which he wanted it to appear in the painting. And it's quite interesting for that. So it's something which has been set up. It's a little bit like a stage set in the end. One of the most interesting things about it is the sculpture which is in the corner here of the discus thrower, because the painting was completed in 1782, but Charles Townley hadn't bought this in 1782. So 8 years later, the artist was asked if he would paint this particular sculpture back into this painting. So instead of being a snapshot in time, this painting represents a period where his collection was still growing, and then you have something which is just kind of painted on top of what was already there. And from the conservation point of view, that's really interesting. And of course, that's something that would never be removed in any kind of restoration. It was by the artist, even though it was added at a later date. This is a painting by the artist Waterhouse, and the title of it is Destiny. It was painted in 1900 for the Artists' War Fund, and this is one of 350 paintings that were in an exhibition where the funds from the sale of that exhibition went to support widows and soldiers from the Boer War. It's quite an unusual composition, and Waterhouse has used a round mirror in the background, and so what you see is a reflection of what is this side of the painting. You see a tiny reflection of her face, and she is lifting a cup to drink a toast to warriors who are just about to leave and go to war. As well as using traditional oil on canvas technique, he's also used gold leaf, and so there are gilded areas just up here within the vaulted ceiling, in the edges of the globe, and also in the pennants of the sailing ships in the background. If you look at the space as it's recorded in the painting, with the globe being so close to the edge of the mirror, you would expect to see the actual globe within the room, kind of closer to the mirror. And so the space doesn't really seem to work, so he has played around with the space a little bit here. It's thought that the title Destiny would mean that what you're actually seeing is a vision of the future rather than reality. It's one of the favourite paintings, I think, in the Townley collection. It is a much loved work, and it's one of the first paintings that I remember from when I first visited here in 1988. This is a painting by George Bernard O'Neill, who was an Irish artist, and it's called The Last Day of the Sale. And it's a very busy scene, and as you can see, it almost looks like the pages of a Dickens novel have sprung to life. What's really interesting about it is the story it tells. The scene appears to be quite an energetic kind of moment in time, but you have the widow in the bottom right corner here who is handing over the keys to this property, and this is the last day of the sale because everything is being sold at auction to probably pay for the debts from the estate. Her mother is weeping behind her, and then there's so much going on in the rest of the painting. Here you can see a porter who is raising a tray of crockery, some of it broken. In the background here, there's even somebody dragging down from upstairs the linen from the beds. The gavel, which the auctioneer is using, is a very, very small gavel, but it could well be a metal gavel which he would then hit against a metal plate, because he would have to make quite a lot of noise to bring a sale to a close in such a busy crowd which are here. They're all here picking over the last possessions of this poor lady. And what I found really interesting was that you can look at the painting for a long time and see the faces, see what their reactions are, see what they're doing. You have lots of different emotions appearing in lots of different parts of the painting. So although it looks like it should be quite a happy scene, the story behind it is obviously quite sad. With this being on the wall here within the paintings gallery, around us there are some absolutely fantastic paintings as part of this collection. And it is one of my favourite collections within the Northwest. I've been coming here for about 30 years, and it's well worth a visit to see each different type of collection that are on display here.